Drink responsibly.
Hay, kasakit yun sa ako ang mga mata. Uy, labad pagyud kay ako ang ulo. Murag kog malipong ba? Unya, murag limtanon pagyud ko. Unsaon man ni, uy.
Naanag yun kay problema, miss. Ha? Tanawa ko, nagsakay ka ng tricycle, wala kay suot bra. Para masolba na imo problema, ha? Pag inuman ni, Lutein Plus.
Unsa? Lutein Plus? Asa man na nimo gikan?
Ako man ninadunggan sa radyo, miss. Maong kagapalit ko naan, pagpagandam ba?
Sige, salamat kaayo ha. Magpalit dayon ko og Lutein Plus.
RPN Radio Philippines Network Radyo Ronda DXKS Surigao. Member, kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas.
This is the final stretch of Politics as Usual. Our guest, political analyst, Professor Dino Manhit, and Octo Research Fellow, Guido David. Guido, some people like to say na may mga online surveys, yung mga surveys na ginagawa sa daan. Pero there are legitimate survey firms, right? So give us give people a reminder, no? Which surveys should we believe in?
Yes, and Pia, there's nothing illegal about conducting your own survey. For example, I can survey my own household or my group of friends, my students, people that I know. But when we conduct surveys like this, and this is not far from what we're seeing, for example, in Calio surveys, how representative is this of the voting population? And that's the difference between a proper methodology, which is properly sampled, because we can take 1,000 people and survey them, but if they're from the same demographic, this will not project to the voting population. And that's why the established firms conduct face-to-face surveys. Firstly, we make sure that the respondents are registered voters and they are in the Philippines. They're not answering online from somewhere from outside the country, and that they're legitimate respondents, and that they will and because of the sampling, we can project this to the entire population and get a reasonable margin of error for the projections. So online surveys and Calio surveys will not be representative, because online sometimes you can have multiple accounts responding to the survey, and there, like I said, if it's not representative, then it may not project properly and be a good guide. I mean, and let's remember, as Professor Dindo mentioned a while ago, I mean, it's really for the end user, for the candidates themselves, so that they can recalibrate properly if they have to make adjustments to their strategies, and not just go for the status quo.
Okay, very quickly now, we have a minute to go, and my last question would be this: in the weeks preceding the deadline for filing of COCs last October, ang pinag-uusapan, what they tried to do was to unite Lenny, Isko, Manny, and Ping, and of course they didn't. No, so will it do any good now? Is it going to help them? Because if they really want to beat BBM, will it help them if they try if they do an attempt at unity now, Dindo?
Maybe it's too late for that. But I think what can be done by them collectively as individual campaigns is really to focus on who their opponents are. In this case, it's really targeting the one on top and try to counter the narratives being shared in multiple platforms, be it mainstream or social media, by Senator Marcos. And that's how they can compete. But it's too late for unity at this time.
Oo. Pero compete. Tinitira na nga nila si BPM, pero ang lakas pa rin, di ba? But anyway, sige, Guido.
I don't think it's at the level whereby, when you look at VP Lenny, I always say that she is the most bullied public official in social media since she left the cabinet of President Duterte. So there has to be that counter narrative.
All right, 15 seconds.
We have not seen what has transpired. Really, it's not happening in mainstream media, but in social media itself. So they have to look at and focus on who they need to challenge, really. And that's Mr. Marcos at this time. That's why Mr. Marcos or Senator Marcos is avoiding debates.
15 seconds, sorry Guido.
Yes, well, we only have 2 months left of campaign, so they definitely have to consider their strategies carefully. And as Professor Dindo mentioned, they're probably not penetrating certain demographics as well as they should, and that is basically hurting their campaigns.
Guido, David, and Dindo Manhit, thank you so much for being with us tonight. We've been told before, don't talk politics at the dinner table or the family reunion or in Viber groups and risk digital warfare. But we can talk about it here at this table on this show, your weekly political appointment fix, politics as usual. I'm Pio Ontiveros. See you back here next Tuesday, 8:30 p.m.